score in tonight's game. And 61% of you said Derrick Rose, followed by Luol and then Joakim. Thanks for texting and enjoy Bulls basketball as Derrick in the first half with 11 points, and he is, in fact, the Bulls' leading scorer.
Well, let's see what kind of adjustments the Bulls make on Jamison and Butler. As you see Randy Foye coming out and then starting the third quarter with a nice little jump shot off pick and roll.
3-point lead. Neither team able to get much of a lead in that first half. 7 points by the Bulls early, but then the Wizards fought back. Joakim wheels, deals, and just had it rim out.
It's a nice post up right there by Joakim. Just missed it. But again, you watch Stevenson playing Derrick Rose on the defensive end.
Foye, tough shot, and that misses, and that was well defended.
Well, it looks like Foye has come out here in the third quarter, decided to try to go one-on-one with Derrick Rose.
I'm not so sure that's a smart basketball decision.
Well, I guarantee you the coaching staff probably said, attack him a little bit more off the pick and roll.
Yeah, but I don't think they meant, and then just fire up a shot.
Well, I mean, you saw it got pretty deep there. Derrick was able to contest that jump shot.
There's Foye again against Rose. Stevenson sliced away. Jamison tripped as he started to go, and then his little fall away is good.
I tell you, he's a matchup nightmare. I mean, when you look at a guy that can run that pick and roll, kind of seems like Nowitzki, but he plays that pick and roll like Nowitzki. Doesn't have the consistent range Nowitzki does, but he's a matchup nightmare because he's really a small forward playing the power forward position. So whenever you're guarding him, whoever's guarding him, he can put the ball on the floor as well as shoot the three-point shot, as you saw right there, just moving without the basketball. Nice little mid-range jump shot.
And I'm not so sure, Stacey, couldn't play a little two-guard if he had to.
Well, if he had to. It'd be tough, though, but I could see him moving down there and playing a little bit.
He puts the ball on the floor well enough. Fans, for incredible deals on Bulls tickets, visit bulls.com/deals. Then you click on the Love It Live logo and you enter the promo code LOVE. You can get great seats at an amazing price. Visit bulls.com/.
I'm not really appreciating.
You know what I heard last night? I was listening to a little bit of the game with Chuck and Bill from Boston, our buddies, and they have that very same drop-in, and it was pathetic. They both, it's a dual love, but it's both of them together.
So it was terrible. You should have texted. You should have texted.
Transition.
Mid-range jump shot. That free throw line extended, got below the free throw line that time and pulled up. And then you get that little mid-range game, in-between game. That makes it really tough for teams to defend him.
There's Antoine with that little patented flip from the baseline, but it wouldn't go that time. Danks pull up. Taj tipped it to himself. Terrific rebound.
He was hard hat lunch bell.
Derrick again. Got it again. And timeout. Flip Saunders. So much for Foye going at Derrick Rose. Rose scores a couple. Deng adds one, and all of a sudden the Bulls are up by 2, 54-52.
A little high pick and roll, find some spacing, and the Bulls have gone on a 7-4 run here to start the third quarter. You see what Derrick's done tonight, 15 points, 3 rebounds. And again, just consistently attacking, keeping teams off balance. Now he's knocking down that little 18-foot jump shot. Let's see if they try to get Butler and Jamison back involved.
Butler, he scores.
You had a feeling Flip Saunders in that timeout just relayed the message back to Foye, like, hey, we got back in this game with those two. Let's keep running it and keep going to them until they can't score anything.
Derrick, not that time, and Taj Gibson, and loose ball foul on Taj as he kind of stumbled a bit, battling with two of the Wizards.
Foul call on Taj Gibson is four.
Oh, that's a tough call right there.
That probably should have been a no call. It looked like the Wizards were going to end up with the ball anyway. The contact was minimal.
Here it is right here. Now, keep an eye on Taj Gibson battling for the offensive rebound. And just, I mean, right there, there's no foul. I mean, you got to let them play.
Kind of lost his balance.
But, got tangled up. Both
but the Wizards
got tangled up.
Wizards ended up with it anyway. Boy, back and forth. Stevenson to Jamison. That's way off target. Tapping Haywood to turn around. Jamison, as all NBA players do. Here comes Salmons in a hurry, right to the rim and score. The Wizards were busy feeling sorry for themselves.
That's just bad defense. When the Bulls can take the ball out after a stoppage of play, take the ball out and get a layup.
Well, Jamison he was still arguing with the official. And I started to say what all NBA players do. When you miss that badly, you claim you were fouled, even if there wasn't anybody near you. Haywood inside off the feet from Jamison.
Here's an interesting stat right now. Jamison Butler had 32 shots of the 55 that the Wizards are taking. So they're taking a high percentage of the offense.
There's Salmons. He buries on. Well, you know what? From having watched the other Wizards, I'm not so sure that's not a pretty fair percentage.
Well, I agree with you on that one because they have been consistent offensively. Butler started off slow, but he's starting to pick it up a little bit.
And Haywood a miss, and the ball tapped around and controlled by the Wizards. Jamison, and he got the shot to go, but the foul was before it.
I'm going to take a look at John Salmons getting this ball. Now, look, the Bulls recognize there's no one back. I mean, it looked like the Wizards were like going over to the sideline for a timeout. Look, he's trying to tell them exactly where to go now. It's like, but there's no excuse for that. The Bulls had a stoppage for play and were able to take the ball out of bounds and go all the way with it.
Oh, boy, with a backhand slam.
Caron Butler.
Or rather, Butler.
Oof.
I mean, he just got going along the baseline. And that Butler. Caron surfaced on the left side and just pounded that back down.
Turnover.
Nope, saved by Derek. Joakim. Nope. Haywood the rebound. Here comes Stevenson. He flies in. Butler cranked one. No. Bucky whips.
Nice play right there. Set up by Derrick Rose pushing the basketball. And when you can get your wings out on the floor, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense back. Even though Wizards had 3 guys back, Joakim never stopped running, was able to get that pass. Nice bounce pass by Luol Deng.
Butler underneath off a good little feed from Haywood. Didn't look like that was going to be there, but
watch this drive by Butler right here. Oof. Again, you know, that's a tough play. Here's Joakim. No, nice little give and go. And on that drive by Butler, you know, those are the kind of plays where you got to use that inline as a defender, push him, and someone's got to come over and cut him off. You shouldn't be able to get from one side to the other and, as you say, buggy whip on him.
Caron makes a couple of free throws. 4 for 4 on the night from the line, 8 of 18 from the field, so that shooting percentage coming up.
Oh, they're going back to that zone, too.
Deng, top. Woodward is 11th rebound of the game. Foy, nope. Foy is 3 for 10. Nice turnaround there as Rose has his 17th point of the game. He's got 17. Deng's got 12. Those are the 2 double-figure scores for the Bulls.
Well, the Bulls can pretty much get out and run against this team. Haywood has a hard time getting back on the defensive end. And Joakim Noah, with his athleticism, can beat him up and down the court.
Butler with a left hand blocked, and then Haywood trying to go up, drew the foul as he picked that ball, plucked it right out of the air.
Saw Butler leave that one a little short. Haywood's having a solid game. 10 points, 12 rebounds. High percentage shooting, 5 of 8 in the field.
Fans, visit Bulls.com/plans to get that new 3-game plan. With a 3-game plan, you can get great seats at very affordable prices, and then you pick the games that you want to see. So to create your own 3-game plan, visit Bulls.com/plans today. Haywood 1 of 2. Rose, and then he tipped it free after he nearly threw it away. Salmons 4-3. Tyrus Thomason will do it all over again. Heinrich for 3. Got it. Multiple shot tricks will kill you.
Well, again, if you're able to get these offensive rebounds, as the Bulls were able to, you got second chance opportunities. It's got to frustrate Wizards.
5-point lead for the Bulls now, their biggest of the half. Haywood runs in and scores. Well, Haywood has had a nice game.
Well, he's solid. I mean, he's healthy for what they try to do. He really fits what the Wizards are trying to do.
Heinrich, 18-footer. Butler, tough shot over Salmons, who defended it well. Then the offensive rebound. Now Jamison driving.
The one thing about this Wizard team, with the 2 guys, Butler and Jamison, are capable of scoring 30. You don't want this team to hang around. When you got a chance to put that stranglehold on them, you want to put it on them, because it's the type of team at the end, you know, with the 2 scorers that they have, they can find themselves right in this game to the very end.
Nick Young back for the Wizards.
Comes Nick Young, and let's see if his energy is a little better here in the third period than it was in that first half when he came in.
Well, the Washington Wizards bench has got to give them some energy. You know, because we saw in the first half they came out a little lackadaisical. And Flip Saunders had to pull them out early. They weren't really getting anything. They had to bring the starters back in, but they've got to be able to give them something, because you can't play Jamison and Butler here so many minutes.
Here's the issue. Yeah, so far in this game, the Wizards bench has scored 1 point. And that was from the free throw line. Heinrich, not that time. Brad Miller battling, and then picked up by Jamison.
Jamison, 20 points, 14 rebounds.
Well, the Bulls bench, as Foy knocks in a jumper, has been a little more productive. Miller with 7 and Salmons with 5. So 12-1 the advantage for the Bulls in bench play. Miller, yeah.
Well, and again, Washington, you take Gilbert Arenas off the team. Foy normally comes off the bench, so he gives you that scoring off the bench. And now that he's thrust into the starting lineup, it's tough.
Jamison driving and drew the foul. And a timeout immediately by the Bulls. 2:53 left to play in the third. 68-66. Bulls by 2. TV, just text WGN Bulls to 97999. Brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Believe in something better. And speaking of that, fans want to remind you again about the emergency relief effort that's going on in Haiti, and you can assist by visiting www.unicefusa.org/HaitiQuake or by calling 1-800-4-UNICEF. And we encourage you to help out in any way you can, large or small, anything will be appreciated in response to the disaster. There are the UNICEF people at the United Center tonight, and as Stacy said, if you've seen the pictures, just absolutely devastating. And so we encourage you to, as the NBA and the Bulls are, become a part of that emergency relief effort. Jamison with the second now.
Well, they're starting to get to the foul line here in the third quarter. They get to the foul line early in the first half, but now it's pretty much even now. Bulls been to the foul line 19 times, the Wizards 18 times. They're back into that matchup zone.
Here the Bulls solve it. There's the penetration by Rose, and kicks one off the window and good. Biggest lead in this game was 7 by the Bulls. Biggest lead by the Wizards has been 3. Foy the drive. He scores off the glass.
Well, right there, you got Derek off balance right there, looking for the screen. Once Derek came back up to guard him, he went right by him.
Foy's got some nice upper body strength, and there's Derek going right at him. To the baseline, blocked by Foy.
That's a lot of contact right there.
Rose in this game been to the line 4 times. Hinrich on his way in. The bucket doesn't count. The foul was out on the floor.
The foul on Nick Young.
First team foul in the last 2 minutes.
He just kind of waved at Hinrich as he went by. Here comes Pargo into the game, and Derek will come out. Remember, Derek played a lot of minutes last night, so Pargo comes in to spell the Bulls point guard.
Well, it's good to see Janero out there because I think he's going to be important down the stretch. I mean, Derek gets in foul trouble, or you just need to give him a blow. Here it is, 1:53 left in the third quarter. It's a good time to take Derek out, give him an opportunity to rest for the fourth quarter because you know definitely you're going to need him.
Get him an extra couple of minutes here. Comes Salmons, reverse layup to beauty.
That's just bad defense right there as the Wizards failure to close out. Gave Salmons the baseline. He just attacked him.
Ron Butler. Boykins into the game, matched up with Pargo. Spins one down to the corner and an air ball.
There's Andre Blatche again. This is where they got in trouble when this group came in the game.
And trouble again as Hinrich nails a 3 on the pull-up.
This group is out here now off the bench. Guys with no energy. You know, you got to have energy if you're going to play in this league. And unfortunately, you can't play Butler and Caron, Butler and Jamison the whole night. But if he's hitting shots like that, why not?
Yeah. Butler, but you're right. I mean, again, just 1 point off the Wizard bench. And that 1 point came from Blatche when he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But they have gotten no production from their bench. 1 point, 2 rebounds, and 3 fouls.
You just look at the body language of a guy like Nick Young, who's coming into Chicago Stadium. Remember last year he came and had a huge game, you know, for them. So, but you look at the body language, just like no energy whatsoever.
Yeah, it's almost as if they, you know, as if their bench is tired.
Yeah, I mean, and those two guys have to give them something because they're talented players, both him and Blatche. You know, if they're not going to come out and play, you put a guy like JaVale McGee out there and see what the young guy could do.
Hinrich and offensive foul on the screen, I believe. It's on Brad Miller.
Offensive foul called.
I thought they were going to call it carry.
Yeah, I did too. Didn't look like much of a offensive foul.
Again, it just seems like every time the Bulls have a little momentum and it looks like they're going to open this game up a little bit, you see Washington come right back.
Boykins, and he gets them their first field goal off the bench. Hinrich ran Young right into the back screen by Miller.
If you're Nick Young, you're upset with your big guy because he's not up the floor telling you pick left, pick right. You know, that's how guys get decapitated in this league, and the big guys normally are to blame.
Here's Pargo, short. Rebound gets out of bounds. 9 4/10 seconds left with the game tied at 74.
And Gennaro got a good look at it right there. He had a wide open shot.
Boykins hurries it up, turns the corner. Boykins outside for three. Young, and he poured it in. Nick Young, a three at the buzzer, but that was set up by the penetration of Boykins, who raced to the rim and then gunned it out to the left corner. 77-74, the Wizards. You're watching Bulls basketball. Awesome. At any of the gates at the United Center on February 2nd.
Well, the Wizards went on a 7-0 run to end that quarter. As we saw Butler, Young, and Boykins going that quick little spurt. So she with a 3-point lead now. Let's see if the Bulls can respond in the fourth quarter.
And the Wizards have matched their largest lead of the game at 3. There's a backdoor lob to Tyrus, and he's fouled as he tried to take it up. And that's not a bad foul. The Wizards were badly beaten there.
That was a nice spin out right there by Tyrus. He let Jamison get on the top side of him, and then he just reversed out. And gets it, goes back up, and Jamison has to foul him, so it goes to the foul line for 2.
Tyrus makes the first, and
that's Tyrus' first point.
Yeah.
Hasn't been really active tonight. He's played 20 minutes. He's got 1 point, 1 rebound.
A couple of free throws there, though, to turn it back into a 1-point game. Boykins and Young still out there in the backcourt. Jamison and Butler. There's Boykins, and a runner's good. And Boykins now with 4 off the bench.
Well, he plays that pick and roll because he's so small and low to the ground that when he turns that corner, he's going to the basket. He's got that little runner.
Pargo against Boykins. Cut off. Now Miller's got a lane. Driving. Blocked by Jamison. Here comes Bloch. And a bounce to Young, and he slithers inside and scores.
Well, see, that's why you look at Andre Bloch. That's what he brings to the Wizards, is that he's a big guy that kind of plays like a small forward. He's able to take the ball in the break, middle of the floor, offensive foul.
Screen again, yep, by Brad Miller. You don't know if Brad thought the guard had already gone, or if the guard's going too quickly, or...
Well, now the Wizards are able to get something off their bench now. They're starting to pick it up a little bit. They've got 10 points now off the bench. Young's got 5 and Boykins with 4, but they've made an impact here towards the end of the third quarter.
Boykins again, and he scores.
You better not sleep on Boykins. I'm going to tell you, he's scored a lot of points. He's capable of scoring 30 points, so don't sleep on him because he's small.
They have their largest lead of the game at 7. Derrick Rose with 21 of the game. Boykins against Pargo. Double team. The Bulls cut even further into that lead. No lead this game. Every lead has been a short wide. Here comes Nick Young ahead to Boykins. The scoop and the score. Boykins with an explosion here in the fourth.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
He got in there with the taller trees.
Why didn't somebody smash that shot off the glass? He's the littlest guy in the court. He finger rolled the ball.
Tyrus got the deuce right back. Young, he's feeling it, but not that time.
That's not a good shot right there. I don't care if you're doing a heat check or not.
Well, that's what that was. Pargo running and missing, but he'll get to the line.
The ball on Nick Young, his third, 17th foul.
Commits the foul as Pargo ran into the lane.
Well, if you're the Bulls, you just got to settle down here, get the momentum back, and start focusing on the defensive end.
Fans get a Bulls family value pack for just $25. Get a Bulls ticket along with a jumbo hot dog, bag of potato chips, and a 16-ounce soft drink. That's a $50 value for just $25. Go to bulls.com/family. That lead that was 7 a moment ago, down to 3. Butler over Thomas. And that went way down in, jawed around and jumped out. Rose. Thomas gives him a second try. Offensive rebounds. There's Rose with a left hand. He scores at one.
He can take Nick Young all day long on that high pick and roll. Just abused him right there.
And an opportunity to tie this game when we come back. 85-84, Rose. The blow by and the finish.
Welcome back, Bulls fans. We're going to take a look at the Harris Bank Telestrator. We're going to look at Derrick Rose taking advantage. Now, we're going to look at Nick Young. Keep an eye right there. He's looking right now to try to find out how to defend Derrick Rose. Derrick sees this. Go ahead and roll it. He starts to attack him right now. Now, freeze it. Nick Young is beat. Once he goes back here behind that screen, there's nothing he can do. Go ahead and roll it. He gets caught up in traffic between Tyrus Thomas and Antoine Jamison and basically just gets ran over. And Derrick, with his quickness and strength, just blows right by him for an easy bucket. But again, once Derrick saw him turn his head to look and see what defensive call they were going to go, he automatically attacked him. And that's the maturation process that you're seeing Derrick do. Last year, you saw guards do that with Derrick. Now Derrick is starting to do that to opposing defenders.
Chance for the three-point play here. And to tie the game, knotted at 85. Rose with 24 in the game. Well, that lead by the Wizards was very short-lived. Jamison post up. Turns and is fouled by Tyrus Thomas.
Tyrus Thomas is third, first team foul.
Well, they don't like it, but he kind of reached in at the last second. He thought he had all ball. Here it is right here. Now watch this move. He's going to bring the ball to the middle of the floor. And then right there, across the arm. He might have had ball, but he had a lot of arm. A lot of arm, too. And that's an all-star. All-star's going to get this call. So here it is right here.
I really couldn't see from that angle, but that first shot, that's like he got ball, but then Walker, or Jamison rather, who has not shot free throws well tonight. He's 7 for 12. And they're just 13 of 20 as a team. Joakim and one.
Get in the weight room. Stevenson. If you're going to foul him hard. Joakim Noah does a great job. Here we talk about this zone. He just comes up to the elbow and goes to the hole strong. And Washington switched back to a 2-3 zone, and we talked about it earlier. Free throw line, you hit that open area right there, good things happen.
And it's a 2-point Bulls lead. So that 7-point lead by the Wizards has been erased. Boykins, who helped them get that lead. And a whistle and a holding foul on Noah.
It is second team foul.
Joakim playing a little bit too physical defense right there on Jamison.
Sideline out of bounds, Caron Butler. Watch the drive and the shot. That was a crazy shot. Here comes Derek. He runs by one man. By another. Scores.
That's all set up by a wild shot by Blotch, who basically looked like he was playing horse. He came back, went baseline, was underneath the basket behind the rim, and tried to force up a shot. The Bulls got out and pushed it out in transition. Derrick Rose, coast to coast.
There's the rebound. And watch Derek just go by people. One. Looks like he's one of those slalom races. Big time. Now up by 4. So we've had an 11-point swing in about 3 minutes.
Well, again, just bad shots by the Wizards. You saw Blotch again just take a really out-of-control shot. Didn't have a layup, but he was underneath behind the backboard.
I'm going to guess we won't see him again.
Yeah, he got the Sandman from the Apollo hook as they pulled him up again.
Yeah, that was a quick yank. Flip Saunders was he was glaring at him the whole time out.
Well, and the Bulls went on a 12-1 run there. And
that's blocked.
Give me another one.
Back and then a foul. And that first one just hammered out of there.
Well, Hayward was in the lane longer than 3 seconds.
You think?
Oh. There it is right here. Good backside help. Tyrese comes with great timing. And again, it's a block party. Bulls are one of the top teams in blocking shots in the NBA. Top 5.
Their free throwing has been miserable. They've missed 8 already.
Well, especially in close games, you got to be able to make free throws.
Jamison tipped that out. Jamison against Thomas. Oh, what a flip.
That's his shot, though.
Yeah.
That's his shot. He's got that little jump.
Oh, I don't mind that shot if I'm Flip Saunders. He kind of froze Thomas there on the floor as well. Salmon. Nope.
Just want to keep attacking this team. Go to the bucket. Attack them. Make them have to move their feet and defend. They start settling for jump shots here in the 4th quarter.
Got to put it in Derek's hands and let him just operate.
On that play right there, you'd like to see John just take him off the dribble.
That's a way short Butler. Here comes Rose. The lead pass, and then that's stolen away. Deng couldn't get a handle on it. Butler, he nearly traveled. And he got one to go.
That's a strong move right there by Randy Foye. Yeah, he was started a few games for Minnesota in his rookie season, so he can play.
Jones Rose, right on in. Nope. Rebound, Jamison. Looked like Noah had a bead on that, but this time just jumped. Foye. Antoine. Nope.
Chicago ball.
90-88. Bulls by 2.
They put the bigger Stevenson, who's arguably their best defender.
Bang, that ripped out. Jamison has another rebound. Jamison with 17 rebounds to go with his 23 points.
And they're out rebounding the Bulls 43-38. Hayward's got 15 rebounds.
Jamison to fake. And then he got it to Haywood. He laid it in. Nice find by Jamison.
Well, you have to spend so much attention trying to find out where Butler and Jamison are. Hayward just kind of makes a living just moving without the basketball.
Dang, off balance, short, and Butler collected it.
This is one of those times, it's gut check time right now. Under 5 minutes to go. Who wants it more?
One thing about the Wizards, Jamison pours that in. The one thing about the Wizards is They've won just 12 times, so they've been in a little bit of disarray, and you wonder how they'll react if this thing is tight like it has been down the stretch. But a big shot there by Antawn Jamison. Back right after these messages.
We're going to take a look at Antawn Jamison and how he moves without the basketball and how he's been able to get open. Now, here he is right here. We're going to take a look at her there. Go ahead and roll it. As he's starting to set a screen right here. He's going to set a screen right now. Now freeze it. As he sets his screen, he's just going to move without the basketball and then get way over here. Go ahead and roll it. He sets the screen. He goes down. The Bulls are going to switch it right now, but they don't switch it. And Jamison busts wide open for a 20-footer. He's got 25 points, 17 rebounds. And that's our Harris Bank Telestrator. We're here to help. Member FDIC.
For the Bulls, Noah, Rose, Deng, Thomas, and Hinrich.
Look at those numbers on Jamison. 276 double-doubles. Amazing stat.
He's got a big-time double-double tonight. Butler to the baseline, pump fake, and then the shot is good. It counts and a foul.
Thank you. Wow. I'm glad to see you needed something going to the basket after that timeout, and it was a good job by Luol Deng to not only get to the bucket. Here it is right here. Not settling for a jump shot, attacking Butler, gets him up in the air, and then here comes Hayward, comes down over the top and gets a chance for a three-point play.
Amazing that he even got that away. The three-point play, and the Bulls seesaw back in front by one, 93-92. Boyd.
Haywood ties and 14 lead change.
There's Foy to the rim, and he scores. A hard drive by Randy Foy.
Well, again, we've seen him do that here in the second half. Just break it down. Lower his head, just go to the bucket. The strong guard.
Butler against Deng again. Deng puts it on the floor. Shot up, no. Tapped out of there, Noah. Back up, no. Rebound, Jamison.
He worked so hard to get that offensive rebound and just rushed that shot. He thought he was fouled. It was a good job of securing that board. You just need to take his time a little bit.
Jamison for three, and nothing but net.
Tyrus has got to know that's going to come there. You got to deny him that basketball. You cannot let him catch that ball and be ready to catch and shoot. He is too good of a player.
Rose twisting his way in, took a hard fall. Jamison went down as well underneath. Jamison shaken up a little bit. Rose to the free throw line. Watch him kind of corkscrew his body around here. Whoops.
Well, he's so quick right there, and as big as Haywood is, now, here's this three by Jamison. Again, you know, we talk about KYP, know your personnel, know which guys are going to do what. And as you saw Jamison right there, he's too good of a catch and shoot guy. He's got a quick release, one of the quickest in the NBA. You've got to be out there denying that ball in the passing lane. Make him go and beat you back door where you have some help.
Well, we got a couple of guys who've got some kind of game going on tonight. 27 now for Derek. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. This would be his 28th if it's good. In and out, no good. So 27 for Derek. For Jamison, 28 points and 18 rebounds and 4 assists.
Well, these two pretty good players. These are your big name players that you expect them to do this.
Foy, he lifts from outside. That's in and out, no good. And here comes Rose. To Hinrich. Salmons. And a reach-in foul. That'll be on Butler, his 4th. And a penalty situation now.
Well, if you're Flip Saunders, you understand Randy Foy has been really strong taking the ball to the basket. He just took a step back behind the screen three-point shot right there with the team up 3 points. You know, that's when you say you got to know the situation, know what the clock is, you know, clock management as a point guard. And those are the kind of things that frustrate coaches. I mean, he had came down 2 or 3 possessions and went straight to the basket and was able to get layups, but then just kind of settled for that three-point shot. It just amazes me not knowing the situation in the game.
Time and score. Here comes Foy against Heinrich. Stevenson against Rose, and there's Jamison, who just flips it up at the baseline, and now Jamison with 30 points and 18 boards.
And if you're the Bulls, understanding who the scorers are down the stretch for the Wizards.
And if you're the Wizards, understand this man. Here's Kirk. That's good. That's a three. The home run ball by Heinrich.
That's a big bucket right there for Kirk Heinrich, stepping up, draining the three. If he misses that shot, that's a tough situation to be in if you're the Bulls. Now you find yourself down 1 point.
And they go to Jamison again. Jamison firing and missing that time. Salmon's the rebound.
That's good defense by Luol Deng. They put some length on him now.
Heinrich, Rose, turns, misses, back tap Joakim.
Again, if you don't put a body on Noah, he's going to do that all night long.
Rose trying to hide behind Noah and scores. And the Bulls have the lead.
That's a good job by the Bulls responding to what the Wizards were going to do. Good job by Derrick Rose. And you see Flip Saunders upset. They thought Noah came over the back to get that offensive rebound. There was no call. The Wizards stopped playing. The Bulls didn't. As you see Sam Cassell right there arguing too, but it doesn't make it. You got to box people out, especially down the stretch.
And here was Derrick Rose. And he was wide open as he made that shot. There wasn't anybody within 10 feet of him. He gives the Bulls a 1-point lead. Well, the Bulls have hit the century mark. First 28 games of the year, just 3 times. Last 10 games, 6 times, including tonight.
Let's keep an eye on Deshaun Stevenson right here. He's going to go underneath the screen. Been doing it all night. Go ahead and roll it. He's been going underneath the screen all night long, which forces a switch for Hayward. Now he's got him wide open, leaves him, bucket. Good recognition by Derrick Rose, and a good screen by Joakim Noah, just making traffic.
Randy Foy, with Heinrich on him. Gave up his dribble. Now Caron Butler against Salmons. Butler drives it and drops it back to the corner. Stevenson, and he splashes in a 3. That home run by Stevenson.
That was a big shot right there.
Huge. And it wasn't Butler or Jamison. Salmons raises up from 18 on the rim. No, and they will wipe that out.
Might be a loose ball foul. Caron Butler on the box out.
That'll be 5 on Butler.
He was trying to box out Noah, who had a for sure bucket. Now watch. There he is. He's grabbing Noah, and then he pushes him out the way as Joakim's going up for the offensive rebound. It really should be and 1. I don't know why that's not a continuation. He had the offensive rebound put back.
And he makes the first as Joakim. He can tie the game here with a second.
And that's a big foul on Caron Butler. He said in the 5th personal.
Next time down, let's see if Deng or Salmons challenges him.
2 big free throws by Joakim, stepping up.
Noah with
Pressure
14
situation
points in the game. He's 6 of 6 from the line. Randy Foy will bring it now.
And the Bulls have put Kirk Heinrich on Randy Foy because he's been able to get to the bucket.
There's a whistle and a block foul. It may be on Deng on the drive by Foy. And just the 4th team foul, so the Bulls had one to give there. 14 on the shot clock as Butler will inbound. And they get it into the release valve, and that was Haywood. Butler at the top, 7 to shoot. Butler raises up, and the jumper's good. Big time shot by Caron Butler. Well, who else? Why not? He and Jamison have carried this team down this stretch, and now it's the Wizards by 2, 104-102, with just over a half a minute left to play in regulation. Now you see the game reset there. 20-second timeouts, each team with 2 fouls to give, neither team, and no more full timeouts for either team. So 2:20s left for each. Here's a look at Butler a moment ago. Big shot, and it was right on the money. And that gave the Wizards a 2-point lead, but a lot of time left, 33 seconds.
Well, you see that high pick and roll that Hayward sent that really gave him that little space to come off in that two-man game, and Salmons got picked. That enabled Butler to step inside and drain the shot. But you see they taking Butler out of the game with 5 fouls. They cannot afford for him to foul out. They're going to go offense for defense right now.
There's Rose behind his back. Pump fakes, knocked away. Rose got it back, scores to tie the game. And a 20-second timeout. They blocked the initial one, but Rose got it back. D. Rose with 31, including the 2 to tie it at 1:04. And watch this.
Derek just stays with it. He gets it blocked by Haywood and then just stays with it. Big shot.
Haywood makes a nice play on this, and it looked like Jamison was going to have a chance to come up with it, but not the case. So now, 26 and 2/10 left, tied at 1:04. And as I said a little while ago, Stacey, we know the Bulls have been involved in some close games down the stretch, and now we'll see if Washington, who has not had a good year record-wise, we'll see how they respond in a game that means something to them.
Well, the Bulls are going to have time left on the shot clock for the last possession, but they need to really buckle down here now, dig in, draw a line in the sand, and force Washington to take a quick shot. If you can get them to take a quick shot, give yourself a chance to rebound, you can win this game. But you know the 2 players to watch out for, KYP, know your personnel, Antoine Jamison and Butler. They're the go-to guys. They've scored 55 of the 104 points tonight. So you got to know where they are on the floor. Understand that there's going to be some picks. They're going to use them to get open. Guys have got to be attentive out there and understand, know where your switch is if you're going to switch.
And they couldn't get it in, so they have to take their final timeout. Well, they've got nothing left as they take another 20.
That's amazing that they didn't get the ball.
Yeah, well, not only that, but they, you know what, they put Boykins in on the backcourt offensively.
Well, especially being one of the smaller guys on the floor, it's easy to defend him and deny him the basketball.
And Stevenson hit a big shot a few moments ago, but
here it is right here. Now, keep an eye right here on Boykins. He's the smallest guy on the court. And Derek could just pretty much just body him up, not let him get the ball. But it's amazing that they wouldn't have a third guy come in, basically maybe Antoine Jamison, come in and try to help out on that play.
Well, this time after the 20, they get to advance it.
And this is still not an easy inbounds play right here either.
Butler looking, Foy, and they get it in. And there's the little valve, safety valve. Now Foy with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Foy against Heinrich in kind of an isolation. 12 seconds. Now Foy starts to move. 8 seconds. 7. Foy lost the hand, stolen by Heinrich, and he got a
Good job by the Bulls. Good job by the Bulls.
And a poor job by the Wizards.
Poor clock management right there by Randy Foy. Held the ball way too long, too much dribbling. You see what they were trying to do. They were trying to run a screen roll with Jamison. As he came over at the last second to set a screen roll, Foy decided to go away from Jamison. Now keep an eye right here on Jamison. As he comes over, you can't see it in this screen, but he's going to come over to set a pick and roll baseline side. Foy decides to go away from him and turn the basketball over. Here it is right here. Jamison starts to come up to help, and he decides to go away from the guy who got you here. All right, now watch Jamison. Here's Jamison right here. Just keep an eye on Jamison. He comes over to set the screen, baseline side. Foy doesn't use the pick. He decides to come back where all the defense is, because you have Butler coming back from the corner. There was too many people in the way for him to try to beat somebody off the dribble.
5 1/10 left, so plenty of time to get a good shot.
Well, you got to understand, too, Neil, that who are the guys that got you here? You got two guys that are combined for 55 points. I want the ball in Butler and Jamison's hands at the end of the game. If I got Gilbert Arenas out here, that's Gilbert Arenas right there. I don't care about that. But right now, you got to get it to your go-to guy.
Not in Randy Foy's hands, for sure.
And maybe one day he'll be that player. But right now,
here's Rose. The fall away is in. We've got overtime. That was right on, ripped away to the left. And we've got an overtime tied at 104. But the Bulls got a good look, and they got it in the hands of the guy you want to take the shot.
This shows you the maturation of Derrick Rose. He wants that ball at the end of the game. That was in and out.
Way down in there and jumped out. So we head to the first overtime after these important messages. Neil and Stacy back at the United Center where we're tied at 104 and headed for overtime. There's the last shot of regulation. Derrick's shot went way down in and then jumped out. It was right on the money, and the Bulls got what they wanted from the player they wanted to take the shot. And
he got a good look at it.
Yeah, he did.
Opened up the floor, and he, basically just went at Stevenson. It was in and out.
Washington spit out the bid on their try for what might have been very close to the last shot of the game when Foy coughed the ball up. Bulls in overtime, 2-0 this season. And the Wizards, 0-2. Why don't we just go home?
Well, you know what? That's why you play the game.
Noah tipped it to Salmons. Salmons, Rose, Heinrich, Deng, and Noah.
Well, right now, whoever Butler is guarding, you got to go at him. He's got 5 fouls. He's not going to look to pick up his 6. So he's guarding Salmons right now. That's some Bulls can take advantage of.
Noah hops down. Little jump hook is good. Right up over Brendan Haywood. Butler against Salmons. Butler into the lane. Shot no, but a foul, and Butler will get to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Butler in the game. 25 points, 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
That's his strength too. He loves to post up. But on the other end, he's got 5 fouls. You know he's not going to guard anybody. One shot. So whoever he's guarding, last triple with Salmons, don't settle for jump shots. Put the ball on the floor and make him have to guard you.
And Butler makes a pair, ties the game at 106.
Now we're going back to his zone. You got to go to his zone now to protect Butler.
And left Noah for a minute. Bounce back to Rose. That's partially blocked, and then, well, that was a terrific block by Brendan Haywood there.
Well, he was able to come over and help and leave Noah.
Just got a piece of that. Now Jamison. Foy.
Howard's done a good job of keeping Foy out of the paint.
Foy fires. That's way off target. A rebound to Rose. And again, game this close. You wonder why Foy is controlling the ball and taking shots. Here's Rose. Got it.
So that's the difference right there. Derrick knows what a high percentage shot is, as he's able to take Foy below the free throw line. And on the flip side, Foy is settling for shots that are completely, really out of the zone right now. You don't need to be taking those kind of shots.
Jump ball called as Haywood tried to move in. Well, my question is, you got to just give the ball to Jamison or to Butler, and you can't be trying to create something for yourself.
Well, again, he's not Gilbert Arenas. If that's Gilbert Arenas is a different guard.
Two different things.
Okay, but right now you've got 2 guys that are going good for you. They got 57 of the 106 points. You got to ride them.
Bulls win the tap.
is a good possession right here. The Bulls can score here. Put some pressure on him.
Hinrich, and that's deflected away and stolen. And here comes Foy. Jamison. That's what I'm talking about.
They need to send Randy Foy an email and let him know that these are the guys you got to get the ball to down the stretch.
108.
Or better yet, Twitter. Everybody's on the Twitter now. That's a tweet. A tweet. Going back to that 2-3 matchup zone.
Rose trying to free himself. Now it's Hinrich. He fires on the rim and good.
You saw right there, that was a good screen. Randy Foy got hung up on the screen. Kirk was able to turn the corner, pull up for a nice little 15-foot jump shot. That shot was made easier by the screen right there by Noah.
Foy, and he made that one.
And see, those are the kind of shots that you can deal with those kind of shots below the free throw line. But the ones that you step back to three-point shots.
Dang. Now Derek. Rose bobbing and weaving, falling and firing and missing, and the rebound run down by Luol.
Good hustle by Luol Deng. Derek was still able to get inside the paint.
Here's Deng out of the corner. Nope. And the rebound of the Wizards. Now big trip for them. Trying to put some pressure on the Bulls.
Bulls just got to lock down now. Just be in position to help.
Boy. Butler. Nope. And no other rebound. And a timeout, Benny. Oh, Del Negro gets a timeout. 110-110. A 20-second timeout taken by the Bulls.
See Joakim right there, a little winded. He's played hard tonight. Another double-double, 16 points, 13 rebounds. And again, he's had to battle Haywood, who's been playing extremely well. 15 points, 17 rebounds. So they've kind of offset each other. But again, he's had to go out there and battle against Butler, Jamison, Haywood on the defensive boards. And you can see why he's a little tired. Bulls did a good job right there, not letting Antoine Jamison set that screen. And then you get Butler settling for the three-point shot. Another rebound by Joakim Noah. There it is, 38 career double-doubles. Again, he may not make the All-Star team, Neil, but he's played well enough to be considered an All-Star. And if he doesn't make the All-Star team, he's got to be the most improved player in the NBA if he can continue this pace that he's going on, which I don't see it stopping because of the motor that he plays with.
The Bulls inbound out of their 20. Salmons with a great spin and a shot, no. Tipping, Noah, no. And the rebound of the Wizards.
They got a good shot right there. Salmons is able to lose Jamison. I think the shot was off by Haywood.
Now the Wizards. Foy got it. Oh, my.
Again,
Bumped
below
off
the free throw.
stride.
Below the free throw line.
Got it to the baseline and knocked it in. 112-110. Another 20 taken by Benny.
Well, here's Foy again. This is what we talk about right here. This is where he had success in the fourth quarter. He's so strong.
His upper body.
And he can get to the basket anytime he wants to. It's just settling for shots. I mean, especially late game situations, no matter what guard it is, late game situations, you have to know what the situation is.
Well, and in Foy's case, and really for anybody, you want to try to get to the free throw line if you can. As we look at the game reset again, the Bulls with 1 full left and 3 timeouts left for the Wizards. Each team with a foul to give. And nicely done by our crack production team in our truck.
Well, and there's a lot of time left here for the Bulls. Again, you're not in a hurry, but you also want to get something going to the basket, especially whoever's guarding who Butler's guarding. He's got 5 fouls, and they still leave him out there in the game, which is surprising.
You would think in this situation they might go offense, defense, especially with them having the 3 timeouts.
And they figure if they can stay in this zone, that it'll protect him from picking up his 6th foul.
He's guarding Salmons in the corner right now, out of that zone. There's Rose, and it's out of bounds, and it goes to the Wizards. The Wizards get it with 30.2 left. So we'll see what they do with the clock now.
The officials will review the video.
Well, they're going to look at this to see if the Bulls indeed touch it last.
Oh, no.
The official was pretty emphatic.
Well, it was kind of
at
close.
the opposite end away from us, so
Depending on who had the better view, but we'd have to take a look at it ourselves.
and here we go. There's Rose. They rake it away, and it came off the foot of Noah, it appeared.
If it didn't come off Noah, then Derek touched it last. Because here it is right here. Watch as he loses it right there off his leg.
And then right. Oh, you know what?
Unless it hit Haywood on the knee on the way out,
It
you
might
can't
have.
really see it from that angle.
Boy, that
That's
looked
tough.
like it ricocheted off his knee, and then it also
see.
looked like
It is right. He loses it now. I mean, unless they're saying it grazed Haywood's knee right there.
well, the way it kind of.
And it looked like it hit Noah too.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a tough situation to be in right there because, you know, Joakim holds up because he thinks that it hit off Haywood, or he could have got this ball. I mean, it looks like he hesitates to get this ball right here because it looks like it hits off Haywood at the last second. Now watch Joakim. He kind of just holds back a little bit right there. He holds back because he thinks it goes off of Haywood's leg. So it'll be interesting to see their interpretation of what actually happened. But right there it goes off Derek's leg. But right here is where the question is, does it hit off his leg here? But the way Joakim reacted for that loose ball, it looked like he thought it went off of Haywood's leg too. Great job by the guys in the truck. Way to go, guys.
We'll see how the officials interpreted this.
That's a big call here too.
Yeah, and the one picture where it really looked like it came off the Bulls ball.
See, I guarantee you it hit off of Haywood's leg.
I mean, it was just hard to see with Joakim right there in that one shot, but
I have to imagine if Joakim thought that was a loose ball,
right,
he would have got that ball because he had position.
Well, and the Wizards didn't argue, so I think Haywood knew that it hit him in the leg.
Now the Bulls got another chance here. Now
That's one area that they've really cleaned up. I mean, that helps coming down the stretch because without that replay and their ability to look at it, there's Rose, and the rebound out of bounds, and that's going to go to the Bulls.
Bulls are like a cat with 9 lives right now.
Yeah, they are. They're going to get a new clock.
Another opportunity, and still enough time, and really could have the last shot. There'll still be point. Here it is right here. Good hustle by Foy. There's no rush right here. You don't have to rush to get a shot.
And it's Rose again. Derek at the top. Penetrates.
Got to attack it.
Salmons, he attacks. Shot up.
There you go. Exactly. That's the play right there. I would have drawn up right there. He's got 5 fouls. Fine. When they went back to man-to-man, out of that zone, find whoever he's guarding and attack him.
112, and it is going to be a full timeout with 14 seconds left in the first overtime. There's Salmons taking Butler, and then the little soft shot, the kiss, and it's good.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look at this last play by John Salmons. Great recognition, understanding that Butler has 5 fouls. The Bulls have an opportunity to take the last shot. Derek does a good decision, gives the ball to John Salmons. Now, right now, freeze it right now. As you see Butler, he's got 5 fouls. Go ahead and roll it.
He is in no position right now. He's got to get this drive up because he knows if he puts a body on Salmons, that's 6 fouls, he's out of the game. So basically, John recognizes that and attacks immediately, gets to the foul, and scores 2 points. Good job by John Salmons. Now, if Butler would have had 3 or 4 fouls, you would have saw a different, more aggressive defender there.
And the Wizards get it in. Clock winding.
And they get the last shot, so the Bulls have to make sure they're in position.
Foy holds it again. Foy lifts the jumper. That'll be way short.
Wow. Oh, wow. Is that the best shot you can get? With the last shot, is that the best shot you can get? I know Flip Saunders right now is steaming.
Oh, absolutely.
You're on the road. You've got to get the last shot. Here it is right here. This is what we talk about right here. Understanding situations, time recognition, understanding where you are in the game. You can get that shot anytime.
And you made the point. He had one thing beneath the foul line. What is Foy doing? Backing up and then firing a jumper up that just barely got to the rim.
Well, if you're the Bulls, that's the shot you want to give up right there.
Yeah,
you can live with that one. But here it is right here now. He's dribbling. Freeze it. Now, I mean, if he still keeps his dribble, he can still attack anywhere in the paint. This is where he's been effective all night below the free throw line. Go ahead and roll it. This is a really tough shot to take right now, especially when you've got 2 guys that have it going on automatic on the offensive end, and Caron Butler and Antoine Jamison. 59 points between the two. They're all-stars. Those are the 2 guys I got to let take that shot. Unless they're not open, and the Bulls did a good job of denying them, that's the only time you're looking as a point guard to take that shot like that.
And they put some ticks back up on the clock. Now it's .9 for the Bulls. And a 112-112 first overtime. Now .9 left.
We'll give the Bulls credit on that last defense, too. Kirkheimer did a good job of keeping Foy from being able to break him down and get to the basket.
It wasn't so much it was Foy's decision, or has been his decision, a couple of times with the game on the line.
Well, he looked
not
like
to go to Jamison and not to go to Butler.
He looked like he was going to take that last shot regardless.
There are a lot of wacky guys running around, too.
And you give the Bulls enough time to get off a good shot.
Yeah, exactly. .9.
This could be a deja vu with Brad Miller. The CSI shot against Denver.
Heinrich, cross court, knocked away, and so we go to second overtime. Double overtime. Coming up, 112-112. Who will blink first? The Bulls and the Wizards all tied up. Now 112-112 as we head to the second overtime. And as Stacey said, the Bulls seem to have 9 lives here.
Well, watch this right here. We're going to see Derrick Rose. They're going to try to run a back screen. Freeze it right now. Brad's going to set a screen right here on Stevenson. Go ahead and roll it. But you know they're going to switch. They switch right now into denial. And Jamison does a good job. They got the bigger Jamison back protecting the rim. And that's a tough play. I mean, that's all you basically could do with that much time left on the clock, is to hope that they switch and maybe a catch and shoot with Brad. But they did the right thing. They switched into denial, and Kirk's only option was to try to throw it to the rim. Now it comes down to, again, you know, both teams are tired. It's like a heavyweight championship fight. You know, and they're giving each other their best shot. But again, if you're Jamison right now, Butler, you're telling Ford, listen, find me.
They kind of froze those 2 guys out in that overtime.
You know, Butler's playing with 5 fouls. He's able to play in this second overtime. And again, the Bulls, if they go to a man-to-man, whoever he is guarding, understand that you're going to have an opportunity to drive on him, but also understand that they're going to send help from Haywood coming from the weak side looking to block. So big guys on the offside got to be ready to catch the basketball and dunk it.
Now, the Wizards control that tap. Go to work. Butler He forces one and missed it, and the rebound tipped around. Salmons gobbled it up at the baseline.
We're back in the man-to-man.
Heinrich, he's lifting, and that's no good, and the rebound, Butler.
Got to find Salmons on that play right there. They went man-to-man. One of the few times we've seen them go man-to-man this early, especially with Butler with 5 fouls. They can play defense.
Jamison. Now Foy, 4 to shoot. Foy hangs, and that's a kind of a wild shot that's tipped around and controlled by the Bulls.
He was just trying to get his shot up there and hope that one of his big guys would be able to tip it in.
There's Derek, and he's good. Just off the run, a little leaping leaner on the right side.
Well, this is what those young legs do for you. Second-year players got fresh legs. He's not tired. As you saw him able to get to the basket and shoot that over the 7-footer Haywood.
Stevenson, and that ball deflected away. Good defense by Dang, who got there just in the nick of time. Wizards 9 to shoot. And trouble getting it in. They finally do. Stevenson. Now Foy with 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Jamison had it blocked, but he's fouled.
Well, that get a technical right now.
I know, but that looked like a pretty good defensive play there. I mean, he had to force that with traffic all around him.
It is right here.
Look, there's Noah.
I don't know where the fouls are, unless he got him on the arm.
Somebody hit him. Oh, well, maybe not. Came up awfully short.
Well, again, that's an all-star taking that shot. Now, the question is it a 2 or a 3?
That's a 2, I believe. 2 shots. And he has not been right on from the free throw line, just 8 of 13, but he makes the first one here.
You look at his numbers, 33 points, 18 rebounds in 51 minutes.
He makes 2 free throws.
That's a monster game. Going back to that matchup zone now. What they're doing is they're hiding Butler. They're switching him on anybody they can away from the ball.
Rose hopping down the lane. Now Salmons running through traffic and taken away, and a whistle, and Washington's unhappy.
Oh, they're lucky, too, because that could have been on Butler. Got Haywood right here on this foul. Butler comes out. Good job by John Salmons, not settling for the jump shot and attacking Butler.
1:15, 1:14. Bulls trying to win for the 4th consecutive time. And Salmons extends the lead to 2.
And you got to be impressed with the Bulls again. Getting in late last night from Boston, an emotional win. And coming out here playing with energy.
Boy, good defense by Noah and Heinrich. 13 to shoot. Foy's loose, though, driving. And through the foul. Foy slipped through a crack right there after Noah and Heinrich did a good job of forcing him to come back outside with his dribble.
Well, what happens there, you see Haywood just comes running up to set that screen. Joakim's just a little late getting up there, and that gives Foy a chance to get a little space.
Foy makes the first. Foy on the night. Now it's his first free throw of the night.
He's got 19.7 assists. He's 9 for 20 from the field.
And he bangs down 2, and we're tied again at 1:16. 2:52 left in the second overtime. Noah. Rose trying to hide between defenders. Ball loose. And a whistle and a loose ball foul. That may be on Joakim. No, it's on the wall, I think. Joakim was late to the party. I think it was on the wall. Although it wasn't much of a foul. Joakim came diving in there at the end, but
he's trying to hustle for that ball right there.
Yeah, here, take a look.
It is right there. Derek just loses the basketball, gets a little bit too deep.
Yeah, they called it on Luol from behind. It wasn't much of a foul, but there was some contact.
See, this is Haywood does a good job of just sticking his hand in there, knocking the ball away from Derek.
Stevenson waving people around and upstairs to Foy. Foy tried to force the switch, couldn't do it. Jamison to the baseline, back out. Foy, the fake and the step-up jumper is good. And that was a big shot there.
Big shot right there.
He used the ball fake and then got to the 15-foot mark. And they're going to put 24 back on the clock.
Well, the Bulls did a good job defensively there, forcing Washington to have to scramble. And Jamison did a good job of finding Foy. It looked like he was going to, shot clock was going to expire.
I like that shit.
Now here comes Derek again. 118-116. Rose hangs, fires, misses, and the rebound collected by Foy. Now the Wizards and a big possession for them. They can score. They really put the pressure on the Bulls. Foy all the way to the corner and then nowhere to go. Outside, Jamison in and out. Rebound, Haywood.
Big rebound.
Brings it back out and got it away to Foy before Noah could swipe at it.
The Bulls were trying to foul him too.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they did. Here's Foy, minute 24. Foy spinning in and then whips a pass out.
That was too hard of a pass right there for Stevenson to handle.
Well, you were going too fast.
Well, it was a good idea. It was just a bad pass. Here it is right here.
Watch it.
He spins back to the middle, and now he just fires a rocket over here to Stevenson, who can't handle it. And another chance for the Bulls to tie this game up.
Yeah, and another life with a minute 19 left. 118-116. The Wizards by 2.
And forced into being a starter on a veteran-laden team right now.
Stacey, I thought the point you made early in the game probably sums it up better than that. He's really more of a scoring type point guard. He's not
the combo.
He's not an high assist guy. He's more of a scorer, and he has that mentality. Here's Rose back to Deng. The fake and the drive right on in. The bucket counts in.
That's a big shot right there. Haywood just pushed. He pushed someone into Luol Deng. Now watch. He's going to push Joakim Noah right there. That's just a silly, silly foul.
Yeah, Stevenson had kind of sliced at the ball. And
well, it would have been an and one anyway to look at it, because Stevenson fouled him at first.
That's a big free play, and now the Bulls lead by 1.
Now, again, this is where you got to get tough now defensively. Mentally get tough here. Fight through screens, talk, rebound in traffic.
Jamison. And the ball knocked out of bounds out of Butler's hands with 10 on the shot clock. The Bulls trying to tighten the screws. Stevenson will inbound it.
And the game's here for them to take it right now. Again, just got to get tough physically. And up.
Foy. Here's left. Foy a drive. Bounces off. The jumper won't go, and the rebound Noah. 42 seconds left. Crowd comes to their feet. Here is Rose. The stop and go move. The reverse. Short. And the rebound. And a timeout with it.
Loose ball foul on Joakim.
Oh, my. Wow. I thought that was going to be a jump ball, did you?
Wow, it looked like it should have been a jump ball. Wow. And here's Derrick Rose right here going. It's a tough shot.
watch this. There could have been a foul. And there could have been a foul on Haywood right there. I mean,
oh, yeah, he threw Stevenson out of the way, but that wasn't what was called.
that was called. I thought it was in a wrap-up with Haywood.
Haywood.
Oh, that's not
Short arm down.
Oh, he looked like a T-Rex up at the foul line.
He's scared to death.
Well, he's not a good foul shooter anyway, and to put him in this situation.
He's 1 for 5.
Well, not to forget, he only needs to make one.
Well, he's only got one left.
He's 1 for 5 at the foul line. But I'm going to tell you, he's had a great game, though. 15 points, 19 rebounds, and a number of blocks. So it's a big free throw right here.
27 and 4/10 left. Haywood made that one calmly. And that one looked pretty good going up there. So we're tied at 119. Now the Bulls will have it. And the time remaining will be short if they use most of the clock. 119, a 20-second timeout taken.
And again, you don't want to take anything quick. You want to get something going to the basket. And again, if Butler, if they don't make that offense for defensive switch right now, John Salmons has got to be your man. He's got to be your man to take that basketball and attack Butler and hope that one of the big guys for Washington has to come over to help, which will leave one of the Bulls' big guys for an easy dunk.
Bulls have 1 20-second timeout remaining. The Wizards have a full and 2 20s left.
Well, again, the Bulls just have to understand the situation. You know, it's a tie ball game right now. You have possession of that basketball, so it's critical that you get something going to the basket, a good shot, and if you're going to the basket and they collapse, that's when that drive and kick game comes in. You have to take that shot then, but you've got to attack this team off the dribble and force them to make decisions. Again, you see the Wizards now have made that offense for defensive switch. As you see, Dominic McGuire come in now in place of Butler, so they've made that switch now because they can't afford to have Butler pick up that 6th foul knowing the Bulls would attack him.
And McGuire is going to play on that same side with Salmons. Let's see if they go man-to-man.
They're going to go stay in the matchup zone. Now they're going back to man-to-man now. They don't know what they're in.
Yeah, you see Jamison's looking around puzzled. Do you want me to go to the corner? Here's Rose.
Getting ready to send Haywood right now.
7 to shoot. Rose spinning, hanging, firing, scoring.
Oh, Randy Foye, you're just too little. You're too little. Mouse in the house.
Oh, big time. Derek again. Rose, they just opened up the top of the floor. He is 16 for 33 shots he's gotten up, Stacey. 37 points. And
big time
than this.
Big time players make big time plays. Derrick Rose just attacks Randy Foye off the dribble, spin back, and with the elevation goes over the top of Randy Foye. And this is what your point guard does right here. Understanding the situation, knowing that you got to get something going to the bucket, and he attacks Randy Foye. Doesn't settle for a jump shot, but gets space and separation because he's so quick off the dribble, and he got a good shot, but needs the free throw line.
37 in the game for D. Rose.
And the Bulls just have to come back now and just basically just try to keep this Wizard team from dribble penetration. Again, you better know where Butler is, and you got to know where Jamison are because they can shoot 3-pointers. They can knock them down. They've gotten up 22 3-point shots so far tonight. Made 7 of them.
Here's Rose's numbers. He's got a new career high in points, a new career high in field goals attempted, field goals made. Yeah, that's 37 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists.
A stat stuffer, as we call him in fantasy, a stat stuffer.
They got a couple up in this game. Jamison with 34 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists. Ben, we've seen some sensational individual play.
This has been a very entertaining basketball game, especially with a team like the Wizards who have so much off the court distractions with Gilbert Arenas. they have come here tonight and they've really competed and really pushed the Bulls to the limit.
121-119. The Bulls with the lead with 5.4 seconds left. And another 20. This taken by Vinny Del Negro before they inbound. And now the Bulls are out of timeouts.
Well, Vinny basically right there in their situation wanted to see what they were in, how they were going to line up out of bounds. As you saw Butler taking the ball out of bounds, now it gives him a chance to reset his defense on that 20-second timeout and try to counter what the Wizards are going to do. But bottom line is right now, it's only a 2-point game. There's enough time for the Wizards to get something going to the basket. Again, you got to find your two best players, Butler and Jamison. And Foy's hit some big shots tonight, but it'll be interesting to see what out-of-bounds play they brought in. You see Nick Young coming in the game now. But if anybody takes this shot other than Jamison or Butler, woo!
Bulls did not have a foul to give, so Butler to inbound.
Young's been on the bench cold, so I don't know if he'll take this shot.
They get it into Foy. Foy lost the handle. Races to the baseline. Fires. That's going to be an air ball. Followed by... And missed and no whistle. Boy, you thought maybe they were going to call a foul, but they didn't. And no argument from Brendan Haywood. Take a look.
Here it is right here. Let's keep an eye on Haywood. Oh, that's close.
Very close.
That's close.
No whistle. They let it go. Bulls win in 2 overtimes. 121, 119. 2 overtimes. Bulls will win it.